Here we are at 4949 Rau Lane in Richland. South Richland home built in 1997, 4,758 square feet, 2411 main level, 2411 basement, according to county. Nice views from the property, stucco exterior. It's got an oversized two-car garage, around 800 square feet, so large two-car garage, tons of parking off the garage as well for boats and RVs and extra vehicles and whatnot. Property line is right behind those rose bushes and then extends all the way down to the white pickup over there. There's a block fence, so it's just over 1 acre off of Dallas Road. If you look on a map, it's south of Kennedy and Keene, kind of up the hill as you're headed out to Badger Mountain South, if you're gonna maybe get on the interstate. So quick freeway access, but quiet, peaceful location off the main road. Actually, this is a private dead-end road. Was all farmland about 30 years ago until Mrs. Rau, actually, the original owner and builder of this home, short platted all this land and sold them off as 1 to 2 acre lots. And so you have some nice, just single family homes down this dead end cul-de-sac here, private road. So this is a 3 separate unit property. Could be utilized as a single family home. The owners actually lived upstairs, the current owners lived upstairs, and then leased out the 2 basement 1-bedroom apartments, which helped them pay the mortgage. A lot of asphalt, so a ton of parking, which is nice for your tenants. There's definitely a couple vehicle spaces over here, a couple spaces over here for the other apartment. So you have 1 separate entrance over here on this side. This is the 1-bedroom apartment that rents for consistently $2,000 a month. It can fetch $21, $22 in the peak months. Probably could fetch $21, $22 even in the slower months. This is consistently rents here. This other, more of a studio apartment. We'll take a look at it here and you can kind of see what I mean, but it rents consistently about $1,800 a month. Could probably fetch closer to 19. Yeah, so they each have kind of their own little front patios. They really like it, so they rent these through Furnish Finder, which rents out to professionals, midterm rentals, anywhere from 1 to 3 or 4 months usually. You can have longer term tenants if you'd like. But yeah, nice circular driveway for easy in and out access. Up those steps there is the side yard. You got about a ½ acre plus or minus of just grass there and some weeds that could get trimmed. But then you have the front door here. Tile entry landing. The stairs that go up to the main house, which consists of 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. Off to the right here is an entry closet. But yeah, nice big space to kick off shoes and hang coats and whatnot. This door through here goes to one of the 1-bedroom apartments, and then down the hallway here goes to the other apartment. This door, you can see here, usually is always closed. And they keep it locked. And so really, you really rarely go through that door unless you need to access the apartments as the owner, or as maybe a cleaner if you're doing some turnover. But yeah, here's the main house. Raised ceilings, living room here. Dining area, several balconies to enjoy the views and natural light, fresh air. Kitchen, newer stainless steel appliances, Samsung appliances, range, refrigerator, oven, cabinets with updated hardware, microwave there. Yeah, vinyl windows throughout, double doors everywhere for easy in and out access. There's your powder bath there. Door to the 2-car garage. You have a walk-in pantry here at the pocket door. Lots of shelving. You got a little sink there. So here's that oversized 2-car garage. Insulated doors, automatic door openers. If you were to lease this upstairs, you would easily get $2,500 from a long-term tenant. But if you were going to do the midterm furnish finder and essentially lease it out with, you know, the basic furniture and appliances, you'd probably easily earn a $3,000, if not a $35,000 or more, maybe even $4,000. So 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms on this side. Here you have the first bedroom. Yes, it is technically a bedroom, but it would most likely either be an office or a baby bedroom. That's what the current owners utilized it as, was a baby bedroom. Ceiling fan, nice window there. Here is your 3/4 bathroom, tile flooring, double sinks. Everything's very well taken care of. A lot of the early 2000s, late 90s finishes, some updates, but in pretty good condition. Bedroom here, updated ceiling fan, double closets. So you can see I went from the bathroom to the bedroom. So this is a kind of a bedroom that is accessed. It can be accessed from this second bedroom, the bathroom can, or you can access it from the hallway. Over on the other side of the house, you have the master suite. Here's the laundry area, tile flooring, utility sink, washer dryer, cabinetry there. So really good amount of storage up here for that bigger household. And your primary suite is large, maybe an 18 by 20 or an 18 by 18. I mean, it's very generously sized, has your own private balcony, has your own sitting bench there to look out and enjoy the view. Large walk-in closet. His and her sinks, lots of cabinetry. Jetted tub. Toilet tucked around the corner there, nice and private. Walk-in shower. So the utilities are very economical here. You're on a septic system, so you want to get that pumped every so often, depends on your use. I hear 3 years for the most part, every 3 years, but you don't have a sewer bill. You have solar panels, which are paid off, which help keep the power bill very affordable. You have a private well for your irrigation. We'll check out the other apartment here. Garbage is, you have garbage service, and then no gas. So keeps the utilities down with those solar panels and not having a sewer bill, and having the private well irrigation. So we're in the studio, what we call the studio apartment. It does kind of have a bedroom, but it's not, you know, an official permitted bedroom, but you'll kind of see here. So a full bathroom here. Really clean, really well kept. They're kind of using this little space as a little study, but you got the storage here, living area, dining room, and then an open kitchen. So this is the smaller apartment. Has its own entrance. That's where the tenant would enter and exit. Kitchen here. Dishwasher. It's got a little toaster oven, cooktop, tabletop microwave. So this one, again, this is kind of why it rents a little bit lower. It's a little smaller. Doesn't have the full kitchen. The other apartment has a full kitchen, full brand new range oven, dishwasher, refrigerator. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit more space, but then you got a little dining space here. That's just a storage closet back there. And then you can see these double doors can separate the bedroom from the rest of this apartment here. So making it more of a bedroom. You have a closet back there. Here's your washer dryer. So each apartment has its own separate washer dryer. This is a ductless dryer here. The other dryer does have a duct, but this is a ductless dryer here. Yeah, newer washer dryer. So this is the smaller apartment. The larger apartment is actually leased right now, and the tenant is occupying it. So we won't look in there today. Show you guys the backyard now. Here's the fenced backyard. So this is just a portion of the yard, but perfect for this main level unit. You know, whether you're doing Airbnb, furnish finder, or a long-term tenant, they can keep their dog up here fenced, or their kids. Open deck, little 3-person hot tub there. So could be a great little Airbnb, or again, midterm rental if you want the professional tenant for a little bit longer, a little bit less turnover. There's your solar panels, which keep the power bill down. Heat pump there. And again, you're surrounded by single family homes on acre plus lots. So just really nice and private, really well kept properties around you. And here's the back half of the property. The septic lids are right over in this area, and the drain field kind of comes out and kind of sits right in front of us here. You have all this space here. Tenants love it. They can take their dogs out here. If they have kids, most of the tenants they've had here don't have kids because they're, again, either single or, you know, couples, and mostly professionals here for maybe short-term contracts or whatnot, or they're traveling nurses. That's 4949 Rau Lane, 889 here in South Richland.